Hey, welcome back to another video. I just got done with a 17-minuter. And I don't know, I got talking about, it's weird how my videos go when I put them in to edit them to come up with a title, I skip through them to kind of skim through them to either remember what I was talking about. Sometimes I'll start playing it, and just when I start talking, then I'll remember a lot of the stuff I talked about. So then I'll come up with a title right away. And if I don't remember, I'll kind of skim through it. Or I might even remember kind of what I talked about, but I don't know what to come up with for a title. So then I'll kind of skim through it, jump through the timeline a little bit, and listen, and try to come up with a title that way. But, I lost my train of thought. Dang, I hate when that happens. So, right now what I'm going to do, because it's starting to get a little chilly in here. Come on now, what's going on with my phone here? Okay, so I'm going to go. The advantage of having my last diesel heater go out a couple years ago is I got a new one that's got Bluetooth. So even though it's getting chilly, I don't have to get up and go all the way to the back, way back there, about 15 feet. Yeah, that's 15. Yeah, I bet you that's about what it is. I'll have to measure that sometime and see how far it is from right where I'm at to the thermostat there by the back bathroom door. I'm gonna guess it's about 15 feet. But because I got Bluetooth, I can turn on my furnace from in here, or from right up front here. So the signal has been linked, and I have already turned it on. Now it's in its ignition process. See, look, hold on, I don't know if that's gonna show up. We'll try to. What was it? I'm getting really a lot of reflection here. Oh, that's showing up. Trying anyway. Trying to show it without it being too reflecty. If it was nighttime, it would show up really good. But yeah, that's the little app dealio there for the furnace. It's kind of cool. I'm glad they made it with Bluetooth now. It's not a must for something, especially for something this small, but it does come in handy. Like a moment like this where I'm making a video and it's getting chilly and I decide I want to turn on the furnace. I don't have to leave the camera, and I can shut off this. That is not part of the system. That's just a rechargeable USB fan. Yeah, I can see that. It's got a light ring around it too, so like if I were to film at night, look at that, isn't that kind of neat? Ta-da! Not a bad little. They sell them at Walmart for like $20 or something like that. I don't know if they went up now, 25 or something. I don't know, but they're USB rechargeable. They got 3 speeds, 3 light brightness settings or whatever, and then they got a button in the middle for like, I don't know what it is. Oh, come on. 2, 4, and 8 hours, it looks like. So you can set a timer on it. And I got 2 of them originally for summers when it was really hot, thinking, well, that way if one went dead, I could have another one still blowing when it's hot, and while I'm charging the other one. Well, they work pretty good. They're not run out as good as like a house box fan that could really whoop some air around, but they do pretty dang good. Throw a nice breeze at you. Sure helps out when it's hot and sticky, because this can get up to 100 and some degrees in here in the summer. And so after getting 2 of them, I thought I gotta get a third one so I can use 2 of them and have a third one for if they go dead. Well, after I got a third one, I thought I better get a 4th one, so I got 4 of them now. Because after I had 3 of them, I could hear the motor or whatever in one when I'd shut it off. As it would slow down, you'd hear this. Instead of it just slowing down quietly, it'd get this tick, 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 tick at the end, which is probably the bearing or something inside of it. So I was like, oh, that one might go out. I better get a 4th one, so in case that one goes out, I still have 3. So you only got 20, 30 of them in here. And I won't need to get gas. I can just clip them around the camper and use it like a hovercraft to just fly around. Oh, I'm a goofball. That's a funny image. Gosh, I wonder if you could turn a camper into a hovercraft. Well, that takes too much power, too much weight. Silly thinking, though. Imagine that. Kind of like a big drone, a flying camper. Man, I bet you if I built something like that, boy, rich people would want to be buying them. Would be kind of cool. Make it. It'd have to be a smaller one like this, because man, you'd need some big electric motors and stuff to do a really big one. We got the technology, and with lithium batteries, they're so much lighter than the old lead acid batteries and stuff. And with solar panel technology getting better, you could put it light enough so night flights, you'd be shortened on time because you'd be going totally off the battery power. But in the daytime, because it would have solar on it, you could get a further flying distance out of it. My wheels are turning. I can't think about that. I'm gonna have a job. Oh. Some of these videos are just about getting to know me. I can't believe that I can do it and just be myself. And I talk to the camera now like I'm talking to somebody else, because I am, literally. I mean, you're watching and I'm talking to you. I'm filming this for you. And for me, I guess. I guess the reason why I'm filming it for me is because God said He wanted me to talk about Him more, so I made this channel, and I figured the best way to get to talk about Him more, show my faith, is be me. And because I'm in the situation I'm in, I definitely don't have time to write a script or put on a whole production. So the easiest, most simple way to do that is just hit record and see what happens. So that's what this channel is all about. My church is your church. It's about me, my faith, and talking about God more. He didn't tell me to teach scripture or nothing. He just said He wanted me to talk about Him more. So that's okay. That way the pressure's not on me. No, I better be careful. He might change the rules. I'm not ready for that, Lord. Right now, I just like, some decent income, abundance. I'm getting too old. I've done a lot of wonderful things. I don't want to sound like a fathead, but I've helped people with a good heart. I've had a good heart and helped people all my life. My mom raised me to be a really good man. I had good influence. My parents, all of them, raised me to be a good man. And had a lot of nice compliments through the years about my honor and character and stuff like that. It's nice to know that people see it. So that's the best way for me to do that right now, especially since in the beginning I didn't want to be on camera. I don't know if this channel's ever gonna really take off, but what's cool about it, it's kind of weird. I like sci-fi and stuff too. I like sci-fi movies and Star Trek and Star Wars, and I used to really like Star Wars more. Then I really got into Star Trek because I wasn't into the original Star Trek as much. I watched it when I was a kid, and it was entertaining. And then when they came out with the Next Generation, which was the newest Star Trek from the old one, I was like, the people get set in their ways and you get stubborn and stuff. And I was like, oh, no, the original one's the real one. It's the best. I ain't gonna watch that stuff. Well, I started watching it and I got hooked. Then I liked it better than the old one. Then from there, they started doing all kinds of other ones. Deep Space Nine, Voyager, all these other ones. Well, Deep Space Nine, I didn't like it first either because that was a space station, but I ended up liking it. It had decent writing in it, and because it had the same science fiction technology in it and stuff. So I ended up liking it. So far, I've liked all of them, the whole family of them or whatever. But I haven't got into like the cartoony ones or nothing like that, but the ones that are like a movie or a TV series, yeah. I had a point I was going to with that, and I don't know where it was. I'm trying to grab it back now. Something about me getting to talk about different stuff. Come on now, Darren. Where'd that thought go? Oh, that's frustrating. So talking about just turning on the camera and letting it roll. Talking in front of the camera, not wanting to be on camera. Sci-fi. I don't like that. I had a point I was going to go to with that, but I'll be danged if I can't find it now. Getting old. Oh, sci-fi and this channel. I think I kind of got it a little bit now. Is that me making this channel and me being me? As long as I'm just being myself in this channel, I'm not trying to put on some production or something. It's just me being me and hoping you get to know me. As long as I'm just being myself, you're really getting to know me. And because of technology and stuff, I'm 57 years old right now in the year 2026. Kind of cool to say that thinking about the future. And it is April 4th, at 3:23 in the afternoon here in Minnesota. And when I'm long gone, somebody will still be able to see these videos. Because once they're posted to the internet, pretty much could be out there forever, you know. I mean, if they start deleting data and stuff, you know, well, then maybe they'll get erased or that. But hopefully, I'll get enough people that really find some meaning in some of these videos, and hopefully, somehow, somewhere, some way, they'll keep a record of it. Because then I'm going to live forever anyway, because of Jesus Christ. Now, I sure hope it's in heaven. 99.9% or something like that know I'm going to heaven, but I don't know 100% because I don't want to get too big for my britches. I might have made a mistake somewhere that I didn't think about. I doubt it though. But I did never want to say I'm above God's decision or that, you know, like, oh, I'm going to heaven. No, yeah. So I'm pretty sure I am. I know I've been a good man. And it ain't just that, you know. I believe, and more than believe, I know the stories. Like I got into a debate with some people online the other day. There's like a Hubble Space Telescope community or something. They had asked if aliens came to Earth and you could choose one person to represent the human race, who would you choose? You know, and there's people that are like throwing out their favorite actors and stuff or whatever, you know, or presidents or whatnot, or leaders or whatnot. And I wrote Jesus, you know. That's who I'd pick. If I wanted someone to aliens wanted to represent the human race, I'd pick Jesus. Jesus Christ is who I would pick. Well, I like science too and stuff, but these guys weren't having the Jesus thing. They were trying really hard to either upset me or convince me that Jesus didn't exist, never walked on this earth, whatever, blah, 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 yaka. And I told him, I said, you know, that's okay if you feel differently, you know, I'm not going to argue with you about it, you know. And at one point there was a comment, well, you can believe whatever you want, you need to get an education, blah, 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 you know, and I just was staying calm, being myself, and I just said, you know, it's ain't about that, you know, if you don't believe that, that's okay. But you have the right to feel or believe what you want, and I have the right to have my own opinion too. And they said something about my beliefs or my knowledge or something, or they're trying to trash on my intelligence or something. I just say, hey, for me, it's not a belief; it's a knowing, you know. And I know without a doubt, I know God is real. I know it. And the best testimony I have, that I got a lot of testimony for what God's done in my life, but my best testimony for that is, I think it's my third video, and it's my brick story. But from that day on, even though I'd already believed in God all the way up to then, I was challenging God because I was mad about my life and hurt I was going through, and He showed Himself to me in amazingly, like, and I bawled like a baby and said, I'll never ever doubt your existence again. Now I may get frustrated in life and getting a pissing match or getting, arguing with them about something. Like, come on, man, can't you lighten it up, or can't you send me a blessing or make it a little easier for me, or something, but no, I talk to him all the time. I know he's real. And I just say he's real. He, she, the great creator, God. I mean, and I'm talking about the Bible, Jesus Christ, and, everything like that. But some people, I shouldn't even say that. I'm really digging myself in deep now. I said some people. Oh boy. But, I don't know. He's wonderful. He's amazing. All three of them. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Or the Holy Ghost. However you're going to say it, And I'm not religious, per se. I'd say I'm a Christian, I guess. That's what I would say. Because I definitely believe without, I mean, I know. Like I said, to me, it's more than a belief, it's a knowing. Before the end of my brick story, it was a belief. It was kind of annoying. It was kind of annoying, but it definitely became a belief. I mean, I'm saying it backwards. It was kind of a belief and annoying, but it definitely became annoying that night. That's for sure. Start talking backwards, I was getting so discombobulated. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's almost empty. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I think eventually, because most people really like me and get along with me, and I've had a lot of friends through the years, and I can honestly say any of my friends I've ever lived with, didn't want me to ever leave, or they asked me to come back, or tell me I can come stay there anytime. That's because of who I am and my character, but it's also because different people I've lived with through the years or whatever. I was coming out of high school and kind of bouncing around because parents are like, "Hey, you're young, you're an adult now, be free." You're getting the heck out of the house, boy. But the different people I've lived with through the years, at different times, my karate master said that I was outside of myself, and I didn't understand that in the beginning. I understand it totally now, But that's because I think about how each person, how they feel, what they're thinking, what their boundaries are, all these different things. Because I want them to like me, and I want to like them too, but I want to be able to get along, I don't want to invade their space or step on their toes and all this other stuff, and because I ain't going to get along, it's going to not be right. So I've always done a good job of understanding people, or really seeing who they are and knowing them, and it's almost like I can see, once I get to meet somebody or be around them a little bit, it's almost like I feel their soul or something. I don't know how to explain it. And so it's almost like I automatically know how to be in the situation so I don't offend them or that to get on their feet or something. I just don't know how to explain it. I wish I'd had a better way. But it's worked out because, everybody's really liked me. I've had very few people not like me. When I was younger, if somebody didn't like me, it really bothered me. Well, why don't they like me? What did I do to them, One guy, when I was younger, didn't like me because I smiled too much. It made them all mad. See, I was too young then to understand. Almost if I could travel back in time, I'd handle that situation totally different, because he had a lot of hurt going on in him. I can see it now. Today I can see it. But I didn't see it then and understand it. But that's why me smiling all the time made him so mad. Because he didn't have those reasons to smile. I'm sure that's what it was. I mean, I don't know that for 100%, but I bet you I'm right. You know, he had some things going on in his life, and it probably bothered him seeing other people happy when his life was really getting shredded in here or something, you know. I see so much more now. I've always seen a lot of stuff and been places. Oh, I don't even know what movie or show that's from. It makes me laugh though thinking about it. I've seen stuff and I've been places and seen stuff. Holy moly, Rocky. Well, I better bring this one to a close, as always. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. And say hi to God. Tell him Darren says hi. I'll see you on the next one.